Yeah, grab a block. We'll get started. Mhm. Okay. Is everybody up for some good abs today? Yeah, I see a nodding head. Ah, you already had your coffee, Julie. No complaints.
I'm getting there. I've been awake
Okay.
for 5 minutes. Okay.
Okay. Well, I will talk us through the intent and we'll get started. Okay. Also, I'm sorry if my kitty cat gets ornery on us. I need to buy him more food, and he's like staring at me and
Oh,
keep food bowl, and then staring at me again. So, anyways, might be some meowing here. I'm not sure. Okay. Sit up tall. Our intent for today is to loosen up areas of internal clenching and holding. And I notice for myself sometimes when I'm just like going through my day to day, I'm like all of a sudden like feeling kind of stressed or kind of overwhelmed. But when I actually focus on it, I'm like, what am I even overwhelmed about? What am I even stressed about? And oftentimes there are reasons, there could be reasons, but sometimes I notice, at least with me, and this might be the case with you if you check in with this, sometimes I realize it's just like residual stress. Like it's not actually anything happening in the moment. It's just like I haven't de-stressed, I haven't unstressed, I haven't unloaded a sense of urgency, or I haven't unloaded a sense of anxiety or nervousness or showing up in a certain way, right? And putting myself in a certain pattern. So when I notice that, I'm like, I don't even really have a reason to be stressed in this present moment. What then happens is that there's spots inside me, areas that I can actually start to like unfurl and unwind and start to release. Because I notice that sometimes there'll be like an unnecessary gripping, right? And when I work with bodywork clients, I'll see this a lot with like people's jaws, for example. Like their jaws just clench tight, but there's no real reason for it to be, right? For me, I notice it around my solar plexus often. There's just like a holding, a clenching, like a lifting up, but it's not necessary, right? And I can actually release down. And it's like a constant re-reminding of that area that, hey, you can release. Some people, this happens in the pelvic floor, for example. The pelvic floor is just like tightened up and holding. And so today, the aim is to focus on a spot or an area where you notice any unnecessary clenching, right? I've also seen this just as another example, maybe to help you digest this intent. Sometimes, like if somebody has like a shoulder thing going on, and this, I'm not saying this is necessarily the case for you, but if somebody has a shoulder thing going on, sometimes like the shoulder's like kind of like this for no good reason. It's a little lifted up, it's a little tense. There's something that's holding. And actually, there's a retraining of the muscles around the shoulder to let go that actually allows for a repatterning to take place, not only in those muscles, but also in the nervous system. So we'll actually start with our pranayama, and then we'll close the eyes and then figure out where's your spot for the rest of the practice, okay? The pranayama sequence today I'm excited about is 10 kapalbhatis. So that's the short, fast exhales, those ones, okay? With your hands in a certain area of the body, followed by a full inhale, trying to get your breath into that spot underneath the hands. Followed by Brahmari, which is a long, slow exhale, fuzzy breath. Okay, so I will demo this um, just for one area, and then we'll do it together. Okay, so we'll actually be starting with hands on upper back, and I'll just demo. Okay, so just watch me so you get a sense of where we're going. And I won't do the full 10 breaths of Kapalbhati, but imagine I do 10 breaths. Mm, okay, So is that clear to everybody? It's kind of a wacky sequence, but I practiced this the other day and I realized the kapalabhati and then the
No.
oh, that's a cat thing, I think.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay, so the kapalabhati actually helps empty out the lungs. So we take a deeper inhale. Your hands on the spot is going to help guide your breath there even more. So really try and get your breath, your inhale, where your hands are. And then when you exhale with Brahmari, really aim to buzz up that specific area. Okay, so let's do starting hands on upper back. Inhale and get a sense for how this area expands. Go for 10 kapalabhatis. Go for it. Exhale all your air out from the last one. Then take a huge inhale to expand the area underneath your hands. Exhale, buzzy breath into this area. Feel the buzz underneath your hands. Once you exhale, take one more big breath underneath your hands. Okay. Next area is the sides of the heart, sides of the ribs. So hands underneath armpits. Inhale and feel for your ribs expanding towards your hands. It's okay if they don't move all that much just yet. Go for 10 kapalbhati. Exhale all your air out through your nose. Hold your air out, then inhale, expand the area underneath your hands. Brahmari into the sides of your heart. Go. Then inhale, expand your ribs into your hands. Okay, now bring your hands down to the mid ribs. Inhale, take a breath such that your ribs can float to the sides. 10 kapalbhatis, go for it. Exhale everything out your nose. Inhale, expand your ribs towards your hands. Exhale, Brahmari into the space beneath your hands. Take another deep breath, feeling the expansion of your ribs. Take another 2 breaths here, expanding your ribs into your hands to assess which side of your ribs does not expand quite as much. Or maybe the expansion just feels a little off, feels a little different. Once you've picked a side, and if it's challenging to pick a side to feel, aim for the side that you have same side shoulder stuff going on. Okay, so if you have shoulder stuff, use that side. If you have hip stuff, use that same side. Inhale, expand your hands into this side of the ribs. Expand your breath into this side of the ribs. 10 kapalbhati. Go for it. Exhale everything out on your last one. Take a big breath, getting your rib cage to move with your breath. Brahmari, one buzzy breath into this side of your ribs. Go. Feel how your ribs have contracted in, and then inhale, expand your ribs to the side. Enjoy one more deep breath into this side of the ribs, getting more expansion. Even if you sense a little movement, that's a win. Now bring your hands to low back. So beneath the ribs, in the space of the low back where there are no more ribs. Inhale down into your low back. It can help to inhale towards your belly for this. Exhale, 10 Kapalabhati. Exhale everything out. Huge inhale down into this area. It helps to bear down a little as well. Brahmari. After Brahmari, big deep breath down towards pelvis and low back. Okay, relax your hands down, close your eyes again, and just practice feeling deep breaths expand towards your upper back, your upper ribs, low ribs, low back. And when you exhale, feel for all of these areas moving inwards and relaxing. Especially at the end of the exhale, allow them to relax fully. Feel for taking up space inside. And as you breathe in this way, notice if there's any area in your body where there's an unnecessary fighting against gravity or clenching or holding, tensing. Could even be your eyes, anywhere. Go ahead and notice and pick a spot, any spot that you feel could use a little unclenching, detensing. Let's do one last round for that area. So place your hands on whatever area you feel needs this sense of relief from having to tense up. Take a big inhale into this spot. Feel it getting touched by your breath. 10 Kapalbhati. Go. Exhale everything out through your nose. Inhale, fill this space up with breath. Soften the area. Exhale, Brahmari. Take one last deep breath, brushing this spot with your awareness. Exhale, relax any unnecessary clenching in this moment. And relax your hands down. For the rest of practice, feel for this area getting to untense. If you're sitting on a block, move it off to one side. Straighten out left leg. Seated side bend, one leg straight. Left hand by the left calf muscles. Reach the right hand back for neck release. Move left ear towards left shoulder. Lick your lips. Lip glide, jaw slide. Slowly move your jaw side to side, loosening up knots and tension in your neck and jaw. Deep breaths, filling up as much of your core as you can. Chest opener. Bring the right hand straight up. If you feel open to it, you can slide a little deeper into the side bend. Move your right hand towards the right hip a few inches, then bend the right elbow, just slightly. Start to reach back with an open chest. If your left elbow reaches somewhere along the thigh, you can also gently press the elbow or forearm towards the thigh, knee, or calf. This helps give you a pendulum to open up more towards the right. Here, focus on your area, your spot you've chosen, and feel for it getting to relax a little more with each exhale. While you stay open through your forward bend. Bring your hands down on either side of left leg. Inhale, fill up the back ribs. Get them to move. Exhale, pull your belly muscles in. And at the end of your exhale, fully relax in the belly. Feel for that expansion of your core. And at the end of your exhale, relaxing in your spot. Press your hands into the floor, bring torso up. And change sides. Like a ninja. Bring your right hand down on the floor. Is it too early still for jokes, Julie? Right hand down by the right calf. Left hand reaches back for back release, neck release. We're going to back release, but neck release right now. Inhale, spiral the left shoulder up and back. Exhale, reach away from the left shoulder with left wrist. Move right ear towards right shoulder. Lick your lips, lip glide, jaw slide. Slowly move your jaw side to side. Move your jaw in a way that feels like if somebody were looking at you right now, they'd be like, wow, that person's crazy. Allow your jaw to feel free. Which is normally what we're judging in somebody else when they seem a little crazy. Chest opener, reach left arm straight up towards the ceiling. Slide a little deeper into your side bend if it feels good for your back. Move the left hand towards the left hip a few inches. Bend the left elbow. And then start to reach the arm back. Notice which area that we breathed into earlier feels a little more difficult to access in this pose. Upper ribs, side ribs, low back. Dedicate your breaths in this pose to getting that area to open up. Active feet. Forward bend. Hands down on either side of right leg. Inhale, stretch your ribs with your breath. Exhale, soften the area you chose earlier. Inhale into the whole zone around the spot you chose. Exhale, soften the next closest tension. Okay, press your hands into the floor. Come on up. And lay on your back. Have your block nearby. Time is flown today. We spent all this during class breathing. Okay, lay on your back. Let's start with back release instead of ab. So for back release, cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Pick up the right foot. Draw the right knee towards the chest. Move left hand in between the legs to grab on for the shin or the knee. Right hand on the outside of the legs. Draw your knee only towards your chest as much as you start to feel an opening. So this does not mean pain, and it does not mean your full extent of flexibility. Only stop at that first layer of release. And then focus on breathing fully through your whole core. With a gentle but active press, move the outer edge of left ankle closer into the thigh, like you're pressing it to the thigh. Change sides. Bring the right foot down, then bring the left foot down. Hook the right foot on top of the left thigh, and then pick up the left foot, drawing it towards the chest. Have your hands on the left shin or left knee, or you can also grab the back of the left thigh. Only draw your knee in such that you start to feel an opening in the right hip. There should be no pain here. And exhale, start to move the right ankle towards and pressing into the left thigh. Spread your toes. And then reach forwards or to the left with the inner arch of the right foot. Reach through the inner arch of the right. Take a deep breath into your spot. And exhale, relaxing your hip a little bit more so that your spot gets to feel what it's like to soften up. Go ahead and lower the foot down. Lower right foot down. Come up into any variation of bridge that works for you. Press the feet into the floor and lift hips up. Here in this pose, let your strong legs do the work. Let the area that is used to having to work and grip and hold, use your breaths to soothe that spot. Coax it into allowing your legs to hold you. Active feet consciously press into the floor. Go ahead and lower your hips down. Grab your block for internal oblique activation. Place the smallest space of your block onto the left thigh. Place the right forearm crossing across the midline to press into the block. Then pick up both feet. Knees a little bit underneath the line of the feet, a little bit beneath the line of the knees. Left arm reaches up. Inhale, expand your breath into the sides of your ribs. Hold your breath. Gentle press into the block, only as much as you feel some activation. Exhale, reach the right heel straight up towards the ceiling. Only continue to press into the block as much as feels like a little waking up of the fibers of your abs. Inhale, bend the right knee, come back to the start position. We'll ladder the leg down. Hold your breath, press into the block only as much as feels like it turns abs on. Exhale, reach through the heel of the foot straight up and a little bit forwards, about 5 to 10 degrees more towards the floor. Inhale, bend the right knee. Come back to the start position. Hold your breath, root your rib cage towards the floor, press into the block. Exhale, reach your foot forwards about at 45 degrees this time. Spread your toes, daylight through toes. Squeeze into the block. Inhale, bend the right knee. Hold your breath, press the low back and ribs into the floor, press into the block. Exhale, reach the right foot forwards. This time, lower the foot a little further closer towards the floor, and you should feel a whole lot going on. Inhale, come back to the start position. Exhale, lower feet down and change sides with the block. So, little face of the block goes onto right thigh. Left forearm crosses to press into the block, and right fingers reach up. We'll ladder down 4 times. Take a huge inhale. This time, expand your breath towards upper back. Hold your breath. Only press into the block as much as you start to feel some activation. And then exhale, reach left heel towards the ceiling, trying to reach through the sky. Inhale, bend the left knee. Fill up your ribs with breath. Hold your breath. Press whatever area of your ribs feels like it's lifting up towards the floor. Squeeze the block. And then exhale, reach left toes forwards. This time, reach the foot forwards a little bit more. Inhale, bend left knee, come back to start position. Hold your breath, press the back into the floor, squeeze into the block. Exhale, reach forwards with the left foot, 45 degrees, reaching out through the ankle as much as you can. Continue to squeeze the block and keep your back rooting on the floor. Inhale, bend left knee, come back to the start. Hold your breath, press the back into the floor, squeeze into the block, only as much as is necessary. Exhale, reach the left foot forwards, this time a little bit closer to the floor. Feel your abs stabilize, keep your sacrum rooting down. Inhale, bend the left knee, come back to the start position. Exhale, lower the feet down, lower the hands down. Frog lifting through, hands behind the back of the head. Pick up your feet. Then open your feet to the sides, knees stay bent. Inhale, curl your head and shoulders up, elbows reach towards the sky. Exhale, curl your pubic bone up towards the ceiling, reach out through inner thighs. Pull belly down. Inhale, curve the pelvis back down, relax it with gravity. Exhale, reach for sit bones up towards the ceiling this time. Reach out through your inner thighs. Spread your toes and turn your toes, little pinky down to the floor. Inhale, relax the pelvis back down. Exhale, curl your tailbone towards the ceiling. Reach out through the outer edges of your thighs like you're trying to reach your kneecaps towards the floor. Straight down, not towards armpits, straight down. Inhale, relaxing your pelvis. Exhale, curl the pubic bone towards your navel. Reach outwards through the inner thighs. Float your feet forwards an inch and reach elbows up a little bit more. Inhale, lower your head and shoulders down. Bring your hands to the outside of your thighs. help your feet and thighs together. Lower your feet back down, come straight up into bridge again. Lift hips up. Now that you've made a more spacious core, feel how much breath can easily enter your whole. Use each exhale to skillfully drain out unneeded tension in your spot. Feel your legs helping you get a sense of being grounded here and now. Oftentimes when we're doing whatever thing or thinking whatever thing tenses this area up, even then, it's kind of unnecessary. And when we can actually move into that activity or that way of thinking in a softer way, we're thinking more creatively. We're using more of our resources. Right now, feel how you're able to access the resources in your legs and your glutes. And this area does not have to be clenching, fighting. And lower hips on down. Roll to one side. Sit up with a relaxed neck. Use one hand on the side of the head and lift the head. How's everyone doing? Good ab sequence, right? I love that. I hope you do too. So I don't know what we did today, but it's already like 9:07. Is everyone okay to go a few more minutes? Or do you all want a Shavasana?
I'm not in a rush.
Not in a rush? How is everyone else feeling? How are you feeling, Julene? You're good? She's muted. She can't speak.
I can't speak. I solved the cat vomit problem.
Oh God.
That's what was happening. So
Okay. Drama. Okay.
drama.
Drama. Okay. Let's come on into standing then. I mean, I'm warm. I'm assuming you're all pretty warm too. You're tepid at least. Like your coffee. Okay, it is early. It's not too early for those silly jokes. Okay. Let's come into a good old horse stance with Agni Sara and hand passes. Okay, I don't think we've done this yet, but we've done horse stance. Okay, Agni Sara, in case you don't remember, is similar to Kapalbhati. Okay, I'll demo first. Watch my belly. For Agni Sara, you blow the air out through the mouth, and then you suction belly in and up. And then you are pumping the belly back and forth. So just watch my belly. Totally relaxed. And then. Okay, so there's a pumping in and out. Okay, and then you relax the belly, inhale. Okay, when you inhale today, practice inhaling into your spot, bringing new, fresh energy into that spot, okay? Let's do this in horse stance. Get our legs turned on, grounded in the present moment. Okay, and active feet. So once you're down in the pose, feel for lifting your toes off the floor, okay? And this will help recreate an arch. Once your toes are lifted off the floor, feel into the tripod of the foot again, and then press down whichever side is lifting up. For me, it's the pinky side. For you, it could be somewhere else. Like your heel might not be pressing to the floor. Press all 3 points of the tripod into the foot. Okay, hand passes. Have your hands starting in prayer position. Take a big inhale. Exhale, whoosh the air out of your mouth, push energy forward. Agni Sara, belly in and up as many times as you can until you have to inhale. Soften your belly, then inhale into your spot. Brighten that spot up. Hands come to center. Exhale, whoosh your air out of your mouth, hands to the side. Agnisara. Flap your belly in and up as fast as you can. Relax your belly. Bring bright energy into your spot. Hands come to center. Exhale, hands up. Flap the belly in and up as fast as you can. Like how fast you'd want your lover to come bring you coffee in the morning. Soften your belly. Inhale. Hands back to center. Exhale. Hands down to the center of the earth. Flap the belly in and up. This time, slow round. Soften your belly. Inhale, straighten the legs. Inhale into your spot. Okay. Heel toes together. Actually, keep your legs out wide. Let's go ahead and do a standing forward bend. Hands down to the floor. Here in this pose, I actually love this pose for this intent because it's a place where your legs, once again, are working and your torso doesn't have to do squat. Allow your spine to soften down. You can even clasp your hands behind the back of your head or neck. Use your hand to traction your neck down. Plank stretch. Bring your hands onto the floor. Walk your hands over towards the left foot. Wrap your right hand around the left ankle. Then place your left hand on top of the right wrist. First, reach your chest towards the left knee. Feel the opening happening in the back of your leg. Exhale, feel for relaxing the weight of your head and your upper back towards the floor. Now, flank stretch. Start to stretch the right side of your ribs towards the right, like you're lengthening the right side of your ribs away from your left leg. Inhale, use this pose to help you fill up the right side of your lungs. Exhale, relax your head's weight again. Bring your hands on the floor. With no rush, walk your hands over to the right. Place the left hand onto the right ankle. Wrap it around. Right hand wraps around left wrist. First, twist your sternum such that the center of your chest reaches towards the right knee, right shin. Exhale, lengthen the right sit bone up towards the ceiling. As you inhale, lengthen your ribcage towards the floor. Flank stretch. Exhale, start to move the left side of the ribs away from the right leg. Imagine you're moving your left armpit away from the right ankle, and then you should start to feel stretching in the left side of the ribs. Send deep breaths to allow the left side of your ribs to soften up. Notice if there's any clenching happening in the left side. Can you uptick the sweetness of just being open? Go ahead and bring the hands on the floor. Now heel toe the feet towards one another. And bring the torso on up. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's stand at the front of the mat. Or we'll do 2 rounds of B series 2 post vignettes. Stand at the front of the mat. Inhale, chair. Sink your hips back. Tuck your tailbone so you lengthen your low back, flattening the low back. Forward bend, hands down to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Reach your sit bones back and the crown of the head forward. Shoulder blades moving away from your ears. Exhale, step into plank. Lower your knees down to the floor, then lower your chest forward. Have your shoulder blades moving away from your ears. Low cobra, inhale, reach your chest away from the floor. Exhale, down dog. Lunge, back knee up. Inhale, step left foot forwards. Lower the right knee towards the floor and make sure that your knees are both at 90-degree angles. From there, go ahead and tuck the back toes under and then lift the right kneecap off the floor just a few inches. This will light up your quads. Hands can be on the thigh or you can reach arms up. Inhale, feel for filling up your core with breath, even as your legs start to feel intensity. Exhale, lengthen your tailbone towards the floor. Inhale, press strongly through both feet. Exhale, soften in your spot. Gently lower towards the floor. Hands down to the floor. For lounge lunge, lower the top of the right foot towards the floor. Send the right foot back. Start with the right hand right underneath the right shoulder. Then move the right hand forwards about a foot and a half. Clasp the left hand underneath the left knee. And then start to twist your right side of the ribs towards the floor. Keep the left foot planted on the floor, and then instead of opening the left knee to the right, hug your left knee towards your chest using your left arm. When you get this pose right, it should feel amazing. Left hand down onto the floor, right hand underneath right shoulder, tuck right toes under, step into plank. Exhale, lower knees down, lower chest down, shoulder blades moving away from ears as you lower down. Low cobra, inhale, reach your ribcage up. Keep reaching back with your triceps. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lunge, back knee up. Inhale, step the right foot forwards. Exhale, lower the left knee to the floor, and then check that both knees are 90 degrees. From there, tuck the left toes under. Press through the ball of the left foot to lift the left knee off the floor just a few inches. Hands can stay on the thigh or reach up. Inhale, telescope your ribs up. Exhale, ground down through the back foot. Keep the knee bent. Inhale into your spot. Exhale, lengthen your ribs up by reaching your wrists away from your shoulders. Slowly lower left knee down, lounge lunge. Once again, bring the top of the left foot to the floor, slide the left foot back. Left hand underneath left shoulder, then move left hand forwards about 1.5 feet. Clasp the right hand underneath the right knee around the shin. Hug the right leg towards your chest, and then slowly start to tilt the left side of the hips and ribs to the floor. Stop when you feel that first layer opening. Inhale, extend deep breaths down to the left side of your body, wherever you feel the opening. Exhale, instead of pressing and clenching in this area, feel for on each exhale, it opening up a little more to the sweetness of this pose. Hands on the floor. Step into downward facing dog. Lunge back bend, back knee up. Inhale, step left foot forwards between the hands. Lower the right knee down. This time, bring the right toes back as far as they can go. Keep the ball of the right foot tucked under, and then lift your kneecap towards the ceiling. From there, press strongly through an active left foot. Bring hands either staying on the floor, or you can lift hands to the thigh or reach arms up. Also, you can bring hands to the back of your head for a brain prayer. Inhale, reach the left knee forwards. Exhale, simultaneously reach back through the right heel. Send deep breaths through your core. Exhale, press down through the ball of the right foot. Now splits, lower the right knee down slowly. Shift your hips back so that you straighten the front leg, and then flex the toes towards the shin. Inhale, move the outer edge of left thigh back. Exhale, imagine your pelvis was a bowl and it was pouring forwards, tilting forwards. Inhale into whatever spot inside you is resisting this practice. Exhale, just let it know you see it. You're here with it anyways. Bend the left knee, place the sole of the left foot on the floor. Bring hands back down to the floor. Step into a plank position. Lower knees down and then lower chest forwards. For boat. For boat, this time, go ahead and bring your hands out forwards. So like you're a big, long eye. And then pick the feet up. Option to also then pick the arms up. Once you're floating the hands and feet off the floor, take a huge breath through your core. Exhale, reach forward with the palms of the hand and back through the balls of the feet. Lower on down. Hands underneath shoulders. Down dog. Lunge, back bend, back knee up. Inhale, right foot steps forward between the hands. Have a wide stance, so send your left foot back. Beyond the ball of the left foot, press strongly through the right foot. Hands can stay on the floor or lift to the thigh. Reach up towards the ceiling or come into brain cradle. Hands clasped behind the head, elbows reaching forwards. Inhale and feel for smoothing your breath's jagged edges. Exhale, press the ground away as much, not as overly activates you, but as much as creates stability for you in this pose. Inhale into your spot. Exhale, coax it to soften up, even as you're feeling a ton in this pose. Hands to the floor. Lower the back knee down, half splits. Reach your hips back. Right leg is straight, and then reach up with an active right foot, right toes reaching towards the ceiling. Go back in this pose to feeling for getting a deep breath through your whole core. There might be some area of your core that you've vacated throughout the practice. Like maybe you've lost connection to your low back or your upper back. Reclaim that connection. Go ahead and bend the right knee. Come back into downward facing dog. Once you're in down dog, take a few moments to walk out your dog, pedaling the feet. Then lower the knees to the floor, and then sit cross-legged. Okay, watch me first. This is a variation of a neck release pose. So for this variation, the left palm faces down. And normally in neck release, we would just relax the ear away from the bent elbow. Okay, but here, first we'll start with hand over head. Okay, and then with hands still overhead, then we'll actually bring the arm out to about a neck release position and half kite hawk. So you revolve the shoulder in and then revolve the shoulder back. 2 breaths there, 2 breaths, arm parallel to the floor. 2 breaths, arm about in the chest opener pose. Okay, so let's do this together. I discovered this yesterday in the gym and I was like, oh my God. Felt so good. So actually, let's start right palm facing down underneath right glute. Otherwise, left side of my neck is gonna fall off. Place the left hand over the side of the head, over the top or side of head. So your fingertips are close to the jaw. Once again, aim for not how much can I stretch, but how close to that first level of stretch can I get, that first layer of release. Once you get to that very first layer, then send deep breaths into upper, mid, and low back. Now send a deep breath into the side of your ribs that didn't move as much. Remove the right hand Point the right fingertips into a neck release position. Inhale, revolve the palm up, shoulder reaches back, external rotation. Exhale, internal rotation of the whole shoulder, arm follows. External rotation as you inhale. Exhale, internal rotation. Continue to use the left hand just to traction very subtly. Bring the right hand up midway. Do 2 rounds here. Rotating with your breath, using the left hand to gently open your skull bones away from the neck muscles. Now reach the right arm up into a chest opener position, about 45 degrees. Go for 2 rotational patterns here. Move the skull bones back towards your hand. To come out of this pose, first lower the right hand to the floor. Fingertips can be on the floor. Then slide left hand behind the skull to left side of face. Sensual. Then use the left hand to fully help lift the head up. Oh, it's like such a different sensation. It's so good. Just take a moment to soak in what you just gave to the right side of your neck and shoulder. Feel how that even lightens up the whole right side of your face and the right hemisphere of your brain. Good, right? Oh, okay. Bring the right hand onto the right side, left side of face. Left hand, palm facing down underneath left glute. Inhale, telescope your ribs away from low back. Exhale, start to move your right ear towards right shoulder, using the hand only until you find that first layer of something interesting and worth paying attention to. Inhale into your upper back. Exhale, release any unnecessary clenching in your core. Gently lift up the left sit bone. Reach left hand into a neck release. Inhale, open up the chest, revolving the shoulder back. Exhale, revolve shoulder forwards and down. One more breath like that. Active hand to help you explore the movement. Bring left hand up into parallel to the floor. 2 rotations, 2 breaths. On your exhale, feel for fully softening through your core, letting go instead of clenching in. Bring left hand up into chest release, chest opener. 2 rotations. Use your right fingertips to gently traction your skull bones towards the right, away from the left shoulder. Like you're actually lifting the skull up and away. Okay, slowly bring left fingertips to the floor. Warrior thigh. Gently move the right hand behind the back of the head to the right side of face. Relax the weight of your head to the right. Press your right elbow up to lift your right side of head. Take a moment here to close your eyes. Feel the opening happening in the left side of shoulder, neck, even the whole left side of your face, left side of brain. And then lay on back for our Shavasana. It's quite a dreamy way to enter Shavasana. Take your first few breaths to settle into Shavasana. Like you were committed to being able to do and feel what you need to feel and do to come to a place of surrender. Of complete stillness, like your whole skeleton was solid, stable, unmovable. Minimal movement in your skeleton, only your breath moves. Now, can you connect to the spot you chose? Or perhaps a spot you've become more consciously aware of throughout the practice that grips. Use your breath to consciously unwind instead of getting wound up. Invite your spot into surrender with you. And if for whatever reason it feels like you in this spot are at battle, trying to convince it or pull it into surrender, try something different. Ask this spot, what do you need me to know? What do you need from me? And whatever information you may gather, can you right now make some sort of internal shift as if it were already done, as if it were already granted, already given? as if you had already taken that action. Responded to that need. Then notice what happened. Slowly start to make movements. If you're ready to come out of Shavasana, if you want to stay, just stay. Take your time to come up to seated. Sit up with a relaxed neck. And once you're seated, give a few moments now in this new position to stay connected to whatever internal shift you experience through the practice. Maybe you feel your breath more spacious. Maybe you're more quick to be able to relax the muscles around your spot. Maybe you got some clarity in an action step. Let whatever you feel right now, whatever you gained from this practice, be a win for you today. And you're starting your day with a win. No one can take that from you. In fact, let that be a gift to the world. I repeat, let that be a gift to the world. Bring your hands in front of your chest together. Thank you for practicing with me this morning. Thanks for going over with me. I know we lost somebody along the way, but I hope you enjoyed this practice. I didn't plan for this to go over, but here we are.
It was
Hope you have a
perfect.
wonderful, beautiful start of your day.
Yeah.
Love you all.
Thank you.